Hello and welcome to the Saturday edition of Cricket Happenings. On today's edition, well, it's the second day's play in Sri Lanka, where the South Africans once again really had a big struggle. And as I was telling yesterday, that South Africans are the ones who are going to bat last on this pitch, and they definitely would be batting last as they were blown away for 124 today, with Akila Dhananjaya taking 5 wickets and Dilruwan Pereira sharing in the spoils with 4 wickets. And as I said, South Africa are really under extreme pressure here. Earlier, the overnight pair of Akila Dhananjaya got to his highest score in Test cricket of 43 and swelled the Sri Lankan lead to 338. And with a 214 runs lead, probably one would have expected Sri Lanka to tell South Africa to follow on, but the captain decided that he wants to make sure that South Africa bat last on this pitch. So he decided that Sri Lanka will bat, and Sri Lanka were in the driver's seat at 151 for 3. They were ahead by 365 runs going into the third day, and I have to say this match is also something which is really going to hurt South Africa, because the pitch is turning and it's not going to be easy for the South Africans to wriggle out of it. And as I have already said, to me the test series is going the Australia-Sri Lanka test series way. That's what I could really discern from what I have been seeing so far. And the Sri Lankans and the South Africans are struggling big time against the spinners on a turning track though. And also, the other thing that I'll be looking at is Keshav Maharaj went on to pick up 9 wickets. So this is his best analysis in Test cricket, and he's also on verge of another record as well, which I will come about. It was Makhaya Nitini who taken 13 wickets. So far, in my reckoning, he has taken 11 wickets in this particular match, and it's a matter of just 2 wickets tomorrow, and he will be equaling that record of Makhaya Nitini, the former pace bowler from South Africa, very cheerful pace bowler, as you would remember. But and the other thing that I'm going to look at on this particular cricket show is going to be the first ever test match, the first ODI, which is coming up between Bangladesh. The first ODI of, as you know, Bangladesh are touring the West Indies, and they are playing their first test match, first ODI against the West Indies, and that should be one real good game of cricket, as Bangladesh are someone who have been struggling in the test, but they have been doing fairly well in the ODI and T20 circuit. So that is something, and then we have a look at some cricket news if anything is there. But first, I'm going to start off with the Sri Lanka South Africa match. So just continuing from where we left off, the Sri Lankans, as I said, they resumed their overnight score of 277 for 9, and the 9th wicket was captured by Keshav Maharaj, who picked up 9 wickets. Look at his bowling analysis. He had figures of 41.1 overs, 10 maidens, 129 runs and 9 wickets. Tremendous bowling from Keshav Maharaj, and Keshav Maharaj's best analysis in his test career. And also I will come back to that later, but it was only thanks to Akila Dhananjaya. This was a good partnership. In fact, it added a very, very useful 64 runs to the good to swell the Sri Lankan total to 338. Akila Dhananjaya went on to have his highest score in Test, as he remained unbeaten on 43 with 7 boundaries. Rangana Herath, the old war horse, made 35. He's always been someone who has always contributed, whether it would be with bat or ball or in the field. And he was out for 35 with 4 wickets, becoming the 9th victim of Keshav Maharaj. Other than that, there's nothing to talk about on this particular inning. So 338 all out. And the South Africans came into bat. It was very interesting to see as to how they are going to negotiate, because after looking at the way the Keshav Maharaj bowled, one was pretty sure that the South Africans were going to struggle. And let's have a look at their struggle here. If you look at the struggle here, the South Africans were bowled out for 124. As I said, the spoils were shared. There were only 3 bowlers used. In fact, can you believe it? Suranga Lakmal, the captain of the team, did not bowl a single over. So the new ball, or the new cherry, was immediately given to the spinners. I wonder when was the last time that 2 spinners opened with the new ball in test matches. Dilruwan Pereira and Akila Dhananjaya opened it, and Rangana Herath, the veteran, took 1 for 32. 9 overs, 1 maiden, 1 for 32 for Rangana Herath. Akila Dhananjaya, 13 overs, 2 maidens, 52 runs and 5 wickets. His third 5-wicket haul, I reckon. And Dilruwan Pereira, 12.5 overs, 1 maiden, 40 runs and 4 wickets, cleaned up South Africa for 124. Now looking at the card here, and looking at the way Markram was LBW, bowled Herath. This was the arm ball from Rangana Herath. And also, if one looked at the approach from the South Africans the other day, I mean, they probably decided that it's a matter of just staying at the wicket and bide that time. But that resulted in a lot of wickets going with Rangana Herath Rangana Herath bowling an arm ball, which Markram did not read it correctly. He was probably thinking that the ball is going to turn, but he was plumb in front. He was gone. LBW Herath for 7. So that was wicket number 1. And then Dean Elgar was struggling at the crease. He just waited for 4 balls. Akila Dhananjaya was bowling from round the wicket, got a ball which actually pitched on the off stump and spun away as Elgar actually prodded in the front, and the ball actually went in between the bat and the gap. It probably took the edge of it, and it was the keeper, De Silva, who actually took the catch in the cordon, the slip cordon. So he was gone for 8. That was Dean Elgar gone for dot. Tinish De Bruin, who came in at 1 drop, also was a goner. Now this was Dhananjaya, the spinner, was bowling the straighter one, which De Bruin did not pick it up, and it was all over for Tinish De Bruin, because he was thinking that the ball is going to turn, but the ball went straight up and it took the edge. Caught Dikwala, bowled Dhananjaya for 3. Hashim Amla, he looked, when he started off, he looked like just staying at the wicket, but that was it. Now this was another big wicket for them. This was a ball from Dilruwan Pereira, the right arm offie, that actually straightened just around the middle stump line, and Amla got an inside edge onto his pad, and the forward short leg came into the picture and took the catch. So he was gone. Hashim Amla caught Mendes, bowled Pereira for 19, and then Du Plessis was the highest scorer, came in, and Tenda Bauma was also dismissed by Pereira for 11 with 1 boundary. Tenda Bauma, that was a wonderful catch which was taken, I thought, at the forward short leg region by Kushal Mendes, because basically he was probably trying to flick it around Bauma, and it was done with a lot of force. I mean, it was a full-blooded flick from Tenda Bauma, but what superb reflexes from Kushal Mendes at forward short leg, who actually snaffled it. Caught Mendes, Tenda Bauma, caught Mendes, bowled Pereira for 11 with 1 boundary. And then this was a situation, they were 114 for 6 at that stage. In fact, after that, Du Plessis was the only one, Du Plessis and de Kock were the only ones who actually played an innings which one could say that which was worth at least mentioning. So Du Plessis actually used the sweep shot to good effect, and Du Plessis, after seeing that all his teammates were just succumbing to defense, he decided to take the attack option. And he decided, in fact, after lunch, he opened out by hitting 3 to 4 boundaries. And finally, Du Plessis, who hit a lot of, he used the sweep stroke to good effect to score 48 of 51 deliveries, 8 fours and 1 6. And he was a victim. It was again, it was on the sweep shot that Du Plessis got out when Dilrohan Pereira actually picked him up as he tried to sweep the ball, and he was a goner. Because as I said, he used the sweep shot to good effect today. Quinton de Kock, the other scorer who made 32, was a victim of the bowling of Dhananjaya. Now this was the arm delivery which actually Quinton de Kock failed to read, and it was LBW bowled Dhananjaya for 32 with 3 boundaries. After that, Keshav Maharaj was a victim of Dhananjaya for 2. Rabada went to Pereira for 1. Srinath for not to LBW Dhananjaya. Giri not out, not. And it was a very sad situation for the South Africans, as South Africans were bowled out for 124. And really, I would say that South Africans would be really searching as to what is the approach they have to adopt, because they went for the attack option in the previous test, paid for it. Now they went for the defensive option and once again paid for it. So it's really becoming increasingly difficult. And as Otis Gibson, the South African coach, in a post-match interview said that it's all about, it's very difficult to wriggle out of a situation right now, because the Sri Lankan spinners are really ruling the roost. So one was thinking whether, South Africa will be following on, but it was not a surprise at all, because the reason being that Suranga Lakmal, the Sri Lankan captain, want to make sure that the South Africans are the one who was caught on this last ball track, on the last day on this track, and I thought it was a wise move. And the Sri Lankan openers definitely obliged their skipper in the second innings by putting almost a close to 100-run partnership once again, Danishka Gunatilaka and Karnaratne. So Danishka Gunatilaka getting his second half century of his test career. He made 61 with 6 fours and 2 6s. Karnaratne once again chiseling together an unbeaten 59 and was unbeaten at close of play on 59 of with 8 fours. And then once again it was Keshav Maharaj, like in the first innings, picked up 2 wickets that were to fall. He picked up the wicket of Danishka Gunatilaka. Actually, Danishka Gunatilaka came down the wicket, probably wanted to really hoist him, and that was wicket number 10 for Keshav Maharaj in the match, and he was out, caught Elgar for 61. Dhananjay De Silva was dismissed very cheaply. It was LBW ball Maharaj. Once again, he was trying to come down the wicket to Keshav Maharaj. It hit him on the back pad, and it was gone. He was a goner too, because there was no edge on the bat or any of the cricketing anatomy. Kushal Mendis was run out. Now that was a big wicket. He was run out. He actually went on the back foot and tried to play the ball wide of the cover region, in fact, Quinton de Kock was the one who gathered the ball quickly, and Mendis was found short, and Mendis was gone, run out for 18 with 3 boundaries. And at close of play, Sri Lanka had nothing to worry. They were well placed at 151 for 3, 365 runs ahead going into the third day. Karnaratne continuing his tremendous form in this particular series, not out on 59 with 8 fours, and Angelo Matthews was looking in good nick, not out on 12 with 2 boundaries. And I'm sure the agony is only going to be increased on the third day, with Angelo Matthews looking good. Karnaratne is totally grounded there, and Keshav Maharaj was the one who bowled the maximum number of overs, 17 overs no maiden, 90 runs, but he picked up 2 wickets, and now he has 11 wickets in this particular match, and he's too short of Makaya Nitini's all-time record for a South African bowler, which is 13 wickets that he took, and I'm sure he's within breathing distance of that particular mark, and I won't be a bit surprised if Keshav Maharaj tomorrow breaks that record as well by picking up a 5-wicket bag in this particular Sri Lankan innings. But well, as far as Keshav Maharaj is concerned, he's really been doing a great job, and he would be a happy person, but definitely the South Africans won't be happy, as they are really struggling big time. Now, the next thing that I'm going to look at on this particular, this is going to be, and that's the precise reason I've been always telling that South Africans will be ruining the fact that they did not go for the second spinner, and that could have been Tabraiz Shamsi, and on a turning wicket, I thought Tabraiz Shamsi would have played havoc with the Sri Lankan batsman. Well, anyways, so let's have a look at the other thing. As I said, Bangladesh, who are on the tour of the West Indies, are embarking on their are already embarked on their tour, will be playing their first ODI, and it is sort of an West Indies side. Some changes have been made. Bangladesh have their specialist captain and experienced and specialist captain Mashraf Murtaza back into the mix, as he has come back after whatever the injuries or what he had. And also the West Indies have made a few changes as well. So let's have a look at what really is in store as the first match, the first ODI, which is coming up between, it's a Providence Stadium, it's going to be played at the Providence Stadium. Now West Indies, well, Chris Gayle is back, so that is going to greatly strengthen the team, and these are two explosive openers. One is an experienced explosive opener, the other one is an fairly experienced explosive opener. Chris Gayle and Evan Lewis will open the innings. I hope the talented West Indies bat and the wicketkeeper of the team would be the one who would be taking his position as one drop. They have Kieran Powell coming back. Shimron Hetmyer, who has already hit a century, as you would remember, is back. So Shimron Hetmyer is the other one who did well against Lanka, I reckon. And then Jason Holder, the captain, a very successful captain at that. And then they have the power of Roman Powell, the all-rounder. Andre Russell is back, so one knows that in a T20 and in a limited ODI version, Andre Russell can be deadly. Devendra Bishu, the wicketkeeper, and they have decided to go for two new bowlers, Kemo Paul and the tall Alzari Joseph. So there's no Kemar Rose, there's no Shannon Gabriel, and they have gone for that. Probably they are trying to work out the combination, the best combination for the World Cup, and that's the precise reason. So as far as Bangladesh are concerned, they are really smarting right now. They are not doing well, but this is ODI, so it's a different kettle of fish. If one compares it to the Test matches, they already lost the Test series, as you know, Bangladesh. And as far as Bangladesh are concerned, Tamim Iqbal, Liton Das. Tamim Iqbal will open Liton Das. When I seen that Liton Das is an aggressive cricketer, and I thought that's the right combination. Tamim Iqbal and Liton Das will open the innings. Sabir Rahman will come as one drop. Mushfiqur Rahim, the experience of Mushfiqur Rahim, the wicketkeeper batsman. Shakib Al Hassan, Mahmudullah. So the middle order is looking tremendously solid right now. And then they have the youngsters coming in. Mossadegh Hussain, Mehdi Hassan Miraz, the all-rounder. Mashraf Murtaza himself captaining the team. And Rubal Hussain and Mustafizur Rahman. So it should be a wonderful match which is coming up as far as Bangladesh and West Indies are concerned. And also, this is another record where if Evan Lewis can get 1,000 runs, he's only 32 runs short of the 1,000 runs mark. But if he's able to get it in tomorrow's match, 32 runs, he would have got it in 30 innings or less, but the all-time record, as we all know, belongs to none other than the great man, Sir Isaac Vivian Alexander Richards, who made 1,000 runs, ODI runs, in just 21 innings. So he's the one who is holding the fort there as far as the fastest 1,000 ODI runs are concerned. But there is one man who is really, really even challenging the Vivian Richards record when tomorrow Zimbabwe take on Pakistan in the final ODI, and all eyes will be on Fakhar Zaman because he needs only 20 runs in his 18th innings to go and beat the all-time record of Sir Isaac Vivian Alexander Richards. As if he gets 20 runs tomorrow against Zimbabwe, which I never doubt it, he would be beating Vivian Richards. He would be racing Vivian Richards' record from the World Cricket Book, as he would have got his 1,000 ODI runs in only his 18th innings, and that would be a phenomenal record to go and break the great, legendary, the living legend, Sir Isaac Vivian Alexander Richards. Fakhar Zaman, let me tell you, he is really making Pakistan proud. I can tell you that, and is going to become one of the dangerous batsmen in international cricket, according to me, in the future. Well, dear fans, friends, and subscribers, it's all over as far as today's cricket show is concerned. Meet you all tomorrow on my next cricket show, which will be on a Sunday. Thank you.